Hello and welcome back to another video from Tech Spotlight. Guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the best laptop deals that I found going on Amazon this week. So if you want to grab one of these laptops for yourself, make sure you check for the links in the video description. That way you can go and get these savings right now and get you a nice laptop upgrade. So without further ado, guys, let's jump in. Okay, so first up on the list, we've got a 15.6-inch laptop from HP. This is an essential business laptop. It's equipped with an Intel Core i5 processor. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage. It also has that Intel Iris Xe graphics card, as well as many other bonuses like Windows 11 Pro. It's got USB-C, so you got enough peripheral ports for anything that you need. So, guys, right now this laptop's $599, but it's got a digital coupon that you can put in your cart right here for $100 off of this. And I'm a pretty big fan of HP. Most of my laptops, like I don't do any gaming, so for the most part, my laptops I use for like business, spreadsheets, I do video editing and things like that. So I don't really need myself a very high-end laptop at the moment. So if I was looking for a laptop that could handle, video editing and graphics design and things like that, as well as knowing it's going to handle like anything else I want to do, something like this, you could probably even do some light gaming. The i5 processor is not bad. So, if I were shopping around for this, I mean, that's some things that I would look at there as well. The USB-C port, really important to me. Some of my peripherals use the USB-C, like the microphone that I'm using right now uses a USB-C input, as well the HDMI on the side, and then you see that Ethernet jack on the far upper left corner as well. Go to the other side of the laptop, you've got two USB ports and then a SD card reader there towards the bottom. I like HP because of that bezel design. It's real nice and slim, so you get maximum screen utilization, as well as you see up towards the top of this right here, the webcam, as well as your speakers for your voice if you were doing like a Zoom call or anything like that. Again, really slim. I'm using an HP laptop myself, and I do like the black design as well. They don't typically show as much like dirt or fingerprints and things like that, but overall, a pretty nice laptop with that narrow bezel and everything. If I were shopping for one right now, this is one that would definitely be on my radar. Just wanted to check out some other options that this one's got, or just some more specs. So right here you can see the average battery life, 8.25 hours, which is pretty good. A lot of people want to get up more towards that like 10 or 11 hours, but 8.25 for a full 15.6-inch laptop on that kind of a budget is really nice. This is the model number G8. Just so that way if you want to do any research on this, the G8 is what this laptop is listed as, and the dark ash silver, and that's running DDR4 SD RAM as well. So again, guys, if you want to grab this laptop for yourself, check in the description of this video for the links to go check this out for yourself. All right, and then the next one, we've got a 15.6-inch laptop from Lenovo with 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. The SSD storage is a big selling point for me on this one. What can I say? Just like the SSDs and how they can help make your laptop a little bit faster. They just run a little bit better than the standard hard drives, in my opinion. This one's got an Intel dual-core processor. It doesn't say up here, so we'll do some digging to see which one. But this has Windows 11 Home is what is pre-installed. Again, nice black finish. You got that narrow bezel. As well. Let's see, what all does this have? So it's got Dolby Audio, speakers, dual array, 19.9 millimeters thinness. And does that screen lay all the way back like that? That's kind of cool. And it coming in at 1.7 kilograms. We'll get that into pounds and everything here in a second. But so we see here that this can run up to 40 gigs of DDR4 RAM. So this is a laptop that you can do some upgrading. So if you bought this on a budget and you wanted to over time upgrade it to be able to handle more, being able to run up to 40 gigs of DDR4 is nice. You can also get up to a 2 terabyte PCIe solid state drive, and that's an M.2. So the processor, the Intel N4500 2-core processor. So this one is going to sacrifice some of the speed for keeping things more on a budget. You see right here, it's $499. You get a $100 off coupon on this one. But to keep things more budget friendly, you're just sacrificing on that CPU, right? The N4500, again, for most general applications, not bad. I would like to see, something like this, like an Intel Core i3 or an AMD Ryzen 3, something like that. But again, doesn't really specify too much else, just the N4500 dual core. And then the DDR4 RAM, this is model number G2 and is part of the V15 series of their laptops. Doesn't go too much into battery life on this particular listing, but again, for overall budget, $499 down to $399 to get yourself a laptop that you can upgrade a little bit over time. And I would like to do some research myself and find out if this has if that Intel dual core processor is something that you could actually replace and upgrade to, which would make this really nice to eventually upgrade that to like an Intel Core i3 or i5 or something over time to further boost the power that you would have with this kind of a laptop. So if you're looking for something for general use, your home or office, to do various tasks as well, this would be a great option. All right, next up on the list, we've got a all right, sorry about that. Next up on the list, we've got another one from Lenovo. This is a 15.6-inch laptop with the Intel Pentium 4-core processor. Anti-glare display. I really like the anti-glare, especially if you're going to be using this, even around your house. If you working in your living room or outside even, having that anti-glare display is really nice. Windows 11 Home with 40 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD. So this one's $549, but you can snag it right now with a $100 coupon on Amazon. So definitely check that out. So I want to say this looks like the last laptop, very, very close. This has an Intel Pentium Silver N6000 quad-core processor, so it's a little bit of an upgrade. CPU speed can run up to 3.3 gigahertz, I see right here. Let's go down here and check out some more details. So integrated graphics card, Intel chipset, solid state drive, 40 gigs of RAM, full HD, 3.75 pounds, so it is pretty lightweight. Again, not too much on battery life on this listing, it looks like, but that's fine. We can always do a little bit more research. I just want to get you guys the information. So solid state drives at M.2, anti-glare. So this has, especially for the budget, it is really nice. But the Intel Core, I like the Intel processors. I'm hoping to upgrade my current laptop soon, so I can get into the Intel. I'm running an AMD Ryzen 3 currently. So it's got audio jack, USB 3.2 Type-C, HDMI, then you got your USB 3.2, yep. Power supply right on the left side. Your right hand side, you're going to have your RJ45 input and a USB 2.0. So let's see what else. 3.75 pounds, 0.78 inches thin. That's really nice. That'll keep it lightweight, but I gotta say I really like HP laptops, but if I were looking for something a little different on a budget, this one would definitely be on my radar with the 40 gigs of RAM, the solid state drive, Windows 11 Home, the anti-glare display I really like. Other feature I'd love to see on more budget laptops is a backlit keyboard. So that is something I'm constantly looking for, uh, because I use mine when I'm editing. Sometimes it's at night. I don't want to have all the lights on. I'd like to be able to see what I'm looking for. So again, really nice deal right here. $549, save $100 off, get you a nice laptop, real thin, lightweight with 40 gigs of RAM. So let's check out the next one, guys. This is the Lenovo V15 series, 24 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, Intel 4-core processor, full HD, 3.3 gigahertz. And this one is $479 regularly, on sale right now for $399.98. Let's do some more digging here and find out more about this laptop. So again, that solid state drive, this is another one you can upgrade up to 40 gigs of RAM, up to 2 terabyte PCIe M.2 solid state drives. Is running the Intel Pentium Silver N6000. So this may be just like the last one, just looks a little bit different to me. No, this is the last one. So this is a limited time deal on this one, so $399 on this one. So I'm seeing a lot of these deals going somewhere around that sub 400 price. So again, guys, if you're looking for something, 24 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD for home or office, here's a deal right here that you can check out. Again, links are in the video description. Go check them out. Next up on the list, we're jumping over to Acer. Acer Aspire running 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, AMD Ryzen 7 processor, long battery life, sleek design. Let's check it out. Windows 11 Pro, full HD display, 2 1.5 watt stereo speakers, 3.9 pounds. And then you see on the left hand side, you've got 2 USB 3.0 ports and an HDMI. Looks like that's going to be the power supply or power input on the upper corner of that. And then other side, you got a USB 3.0 as well. One thing I would love to see, something running in this price range, would be a USB-C input, to be quite honest. Just with everything else it has, you got the AMD Ryzen 7, a 15-inch laptop running Windows 11, 16 gigs of RAM and everything, but not with the 32 gigs of RAM. Some of these listings on Amazon, when you're changing between these options on RAM and storage and everything, don't always update the details down here, so I apologize for that. But this listing says at the top 32 gigs of RAM, but the AMD Ryzen 7 running up to 4.3 gigahertz at max boost clock, 8 cores, 16 threads, all the normal stuff there, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2. Let's see. What about the battery life? Are we going to find anything on the battery life? Let's see. AMD Radeon graphics card, all integrated. That's pretty normal. In 32 gigs. Let's see. What about the battery life? Doesn't look like it's going to say on this listing, but again, that is something very important. Okay, there it is. Up to 9 hours battery life. So again, we're getting a little closer to that 10-hour mark, so not bad. Not bad. So this one, $679, $100 off coupon, applied at checkout. Go check it out. Links in the video description if you want to check that one out a little further for yourself. Next up, we got another one from Acer. Long battery life, sleek design. Running an AMD Ryzen 5 with 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. This one's normally $689. You get a $150 off coupon that you can apply at checkout. And let's see, looks like it's got a micro SD card reader on the side, 2 USB 3.0 ports, could be a USB-C port. We'll see if we can get some closer up shots. I mean, overall, the silver is not bad. I do like the silver. So it doesn't look like that's quite a USB-C, but let's go do some digging, see what we can find. Alright, so solid state drive, DDR4 RAM, 2 USB 2.0 ports, 2 USB 3 ports, No USB-C. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it says one USB Type-C, so hard to tell from the pictures. But again, this is something that you can upgrade. You can get up to 64 gigs of RAM, up to a 4 terabytes solid state drive available. Let's see. Yeah, the full HD LED backlit display, non-backlit keyboard. But again, there are some out there that you can get the upgrade for probably $50 to $80. In silver, 3.5 pounds. Again, 9 hours battery life. Nice to see these getting closer to the 10. So $689, save yourself $150. Available for a limited time on Amazon. Last on the list, guys, we got an Acer Aspire released in 2023, running the AMD Ryzen 3. So this is a good budget laptop, very reminiscent of what I'm actually recording on. So these are capable. I've upgraded the RAM in mine, haven't done anything else to it, but they are capable of handling more tasks like video editing, things like that. So don't shy away from these if you're trying to get something going on a budget. Now this one's $379, and you get a 10% off coupon that'll save you about $38 at checkout if you're just looking for something a little bit more budget friendly. And this one's got a USB 3.0. You got the HDMI. You see the USB-C as well as the power input. And then on the other side, you got a USB 3.2, it looks like, and a headphone port. Nice and silver. I do like, you can see on the image I'm hovering over here on the left side, or sorry, that'd be on your right hand side when it's facing you, but you can see that exhaust to help get the hot air out of the laptop, so that is nice as well. Because I see a lot of them, and that there could be some on the bottom, but I see it on many laptops where it tries to put that exhaust out through the bottom. Having that go out through the back is nice. It'll help keep everything much more cool. You get a Ghost Manta mouse pad with purchase, it looks like, as well. And there we go, improved thermals. That is a big bonus on this one, honestly. Just the cooling for laptops is very, very important. So 7th gen Ryzen 3. Again, the Ryzen 3 is capable of handling some tasks that typically require some power, so don't shy away from the Ryzen 3. Okay, DDR5 RAM is what it has listed. As solid state drive, average battery life up to 11 hours. Very, very nice. It says the graphics card RAM size is 8 gigs. I don't know if I would necessarily say that that's true, because these AMD Radeon graphics cards are typically integrated like it says right here. So I am assuming that they intended that for the RAM, but I could be wrong. But again, anyways, just going by these listings, you have to try to do some digging based on what someone is putting for the information on here. So, overall, not a bad laptop, a pretty good one on a budget. $379 for a good budget laptop's not bad. Again, this would be more your, casual home use. But like I said, me running an HP with an AMD Ryzen 3 right now that I do all my video recording, editing, uploading, and everything, very rarely does my laptop not handle what I need it to. So do not shy away from these budget laptops if you need something for, work or school, things like that. So, all right, guys, so there you have it. There's some great laptop deals that I found on Amazon right now. Just wanted to give my 2 cents on the savings available, the value that these laptops have based on their performance, their specs, their overall design. If you want to check any of these out, again, check in the video description. There'll be links down there where you can go check these out for yourself. But guys, until next time, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. We'll talk again soon. This was Tech Spotlight.